muzzle loader. Over, under. Gun showers, YouTubers, Friday, January 16th, 2026. We're already at our third episode for the year, and we're only 3 weeks in. Today, we're here in Farmington, Missouri for the gun show. However, I got here about 45 minutes early, and at this gun show, historically, they don't have any concessions. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna keep to that promise I made on the first episode. We're getting food no matter what in 2026. And so I got on the Googles, and I found Hunt's. They actually have hot dogs, and they got a really cool menu over here. And so you guys are ever in Farmington, Missouri, come out and check this place out. One, they got hot dogs. Two, what made me actually want to come here is the fact they take cash only. Big old menu. So let's get one of these hot dogs ordered, and they order from the car, so I got to go sit back down. Alrighty. $4.34. Thank you very much. Keep the change.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm going to stand back here so I have a little room. Seems heavy enough I might need the elbow space. Thank you. Paid $4.34 for this dog. Let's take a look at it here at Hunt's. Okay. $4. There we go, boys. Bacon, cheese, dog. Let's see how many bites we give her today. That's good sliced cheese. That bacon, you can't really see, it's real thin, real flavorful. I haven't had bacon on a hot dog, especially at a gun show in a while. This is really tasty. All right, guys. Price, 5 out of 5 bites for sure. $4 for a good hot dog like this all day long. Got a really big menu. Next time I'm in Farmington, we will stop by. They told me I need to try their cheeseburgers. That's what they're best known for. If you guys are ever in this area, make sure you guys give Hunt's a check out. All right, guys, we have made it to the gun show. I know we did this episode a little bit in reverse. We started with that hot dog. I got in town about 45 minutes early, and I thought, let's get that now. Got a really long drive home, and I know I still have time to get this video edited with responsibilities in the morning. I'm glad it's going this direction, because then I can get home, get this edited, get to bed, and get up and take care of business tomorrow. Anyhow, if you've enjoyed any of this content, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, leave a comment telling me what you think, especially about this gun show here. And today we're going in with a $1,000 budget. We've been carrying over a few hundred every episode for the last few, and now we've got 1,000 to spend at this show. Now, if I had to put something on a wish list, it'd be an AR-10 and 300 Win Mag. That's just something I thought up, talked to the wife about. I thought, man, that'd be really cool to get if I got a grand in my pocket today. Anyhow, also, if you guys have been following the episodes, I have brought the NAA belt buckle. The Leatherman's supposed to be at this venue, and if he is here, we're gonna get a custom belt commissioned from that guy, and I think it's gonna turn out really cool if he can do what I think in my mind can be done. All right, guys, we have made it to the gun show. Bright, beautiful. I love it, I love it. All right, guys, we've got a bit of a targeted episode on this one. I'm walking straight through the show until I find the Leatherman. We met in Hannibal. I have brought that NAA pistol, and I am looking to commission that belt. I want to get that done so I can get it out of my pocket, and secondarily, so we can start filming. Is that the Leatherman I see? I told you I'd come down to Farmington and see you.
How are you, man?
I am, I have that gun with me, and I'd like to drop it off with you and talk to you about that custom belt.
Yeah.
Well, that is the NAA 22 belt buckle I picked up on the 6th of this month.
Do you have a belt on?
I don't wear one. I wear suspenders. I'm gonna start wearing a belt.
Okay.
So I wear a 38 to 42 pants as the weight goes on and off, but.
Let's try a belt on.
Alrighty. So I'd like 1 Timothy 4:8 ESV on the belt. Okay. If you can fit it in a small size, however, you or this, if I can.
Talking about this actual.
The whole verse, First
whole
Timothy 4:8, and the verse itself. And it's a little bit of a long verse. I know I'm paying by the letter. Don't bother me a bit. I want it on there. And then, if possible, the 3 crosses on the hill, and the gun show. All right, brother. Well, I'll leave you with that gun, and then you give me a call whenever. I'm not in any rush. Not a bit. I'd rather, again, something bright and cool. And again, it gives me an opportunity to show off what people can do here at the gun shows, and that's really important to me too. So appreciate it, brother.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Guys, again, custom leather work from the leather guy. I am super excited to see what he does with this. All right, guys, we've got the Kimber Micro 9mm 500. We got a pair of them right there. We got the Ruger LCP 380s, $250 a pop. It's not too bad. $315 with the stainless up top. Below that, sorry, that's the LCP Max. And then we've got a Combat Armory 9mm 350, a Glock 43 two-tone 475, another Glock 43X 480. That's not too bad. We've got 5.56, 750 for this AR pistol. And I got a little mini one below it. One's 575 and 575 for the one on the bottom of that. We got, again, 300 blackout pistol, 575, 575, and 300 blackout again. 600 for the rifle and 300 blackout, 600, 600. Does have some accessories on it. And then we got an AR-10, 675 from Black River. Now, we were just talking about Black River Armory uppers on one of the previous episodes, because I've got 2, and one of them I had to fix when it was brand new. So it's a great price, though, for an AR-10 for sure. And we've got another 5.56 rifle, 600 and 600 again. We got an AR-9 pistol, 575 from Combat Armory again, and 575 on that AR pistol. In colors, 650, 650, 650, all the way up the board for those in color. Very cool. Running 1200 for a Ruger and 5.56, Ruger Mini 14, and then we've got the Marlin Dark Series 4570, 1175. All right, guys, we are looking at the Ruger GP 100, 357 mag, 575, an Astra A80, 45 cal, $300. That seems pretty affordable. 1915 Auto Government 32 cal, 300. Dan Wesson 357 blued, another barrel. That seems $950. All right, we got $250 or $600 for all 3 on these Ivor Johnson 32 shorts. And we got a P38 on a $975. We got the Taurus 92 AFS 500. Seems pretty good, but it's used, so I can wait on that one. Smith & Wesson 22A 350 with scope. Smith & Wesson Airweight 500. Smith & Wesson $1,800 for this David Custom. Okay, missing the T there. Then we've got a 357 Ruger Blackhawk 950, Ruger GP 100, like new match champion 357 mag, $1,000. Ruger Red Hawk 44 mag, 1100, no tax. After last week, we got a GSG and 22 cal, 250. That seems pretty fair right there. Then we've got us a Kimber 775 for this like new 3 mag match. And we got a Smith & Wesson 9mm 375. All right, guys, we've got a Vulcan Arms side by side running 450 and 12 gauge. Then we've got us a Hopkins & Allen 20 gauge side by side, 495. A Batavia Leader 12 gauge again side by side, 45. Another one, Remington 1900. 12 gauge, running 800, a Ward's Triumph 12 gauge, 525. Okay, that 10-ite. I have a 16 gauge just like this in that old plastic. The guy told me the history on this around World War II. I don't want to misquote it though. Chaffee Stevens Mod 335, 16 gauge double barrel, 495. Ithaca 12 gauge, Model 37 Featherlight, 575. Winchester Model 1200, 12 gauge. Rifled slug barrel, 425. We got a Savage Mod 30 20 gauge, 425. Winchester Mod 1200, 20 gauge, 385. Remington 870 Express Mag, 20 gauge, 525. And then Winchester Mod 12 Featherweight, 525. Then we got a Remington 870 Wingmaster VR Mod like new, 725. Another Remington 870 Wingmaster, 525. Remington 870 Imperial, 12 gauge, 875. Remington 870 3-inch mags like new, 895. Long boy. Remington 870 again, Wingmaster, matte ribs, 700. Remington 1100 and 12. $795. Then a Remington 870 12 gauge 3-inch Magnum's $900. A Remington 1100 Light 20 gauge Magnum $1275. And then a Remington 1100 12 gauge takes 3-inch mag $785. Remington 1100 again $785. And another Remington Sportsman 12 $585. Remington 870 Wingmaster 12 gauge $900. Another Remington 1100 12 gauge Mod VR $775. The Remington 1100 12 gauge Mod $600. And the Remington 870 12 gauge Wingmaster Early Carn, can't read all that correctly, $495. Remington 1100 12 gauge Model 30 run at $625. And the Remington 1100 12 gauge Magnum $975. Remington 1100 12 gauge again $795. Remington 870 Wingmaster. I haven't seen this many Wingmasters at a show in one table in a long time. For Skeet $995. Savage Stevens Model 410 Savage Stevens Model 94 and 410 275 single shot. New England Partner 410 275. Springfield Arms 410 Bolt with the Kingsgate. That's pretty cool. Running 435 Winchester Model 36 shotgun. The 9mm shotgun. I haven't seen a working one of these, and this is in good shape. Holy, barrel looks great. 800. That is awesome. All right, we've got the Glock 17L 9mm long boy 575. We got a Beretta running 325, another Beretta, or sorry, that's a FM Browning 380 895. We got the high standard double shot 9-shot 695. This one's trying to look there, it just says 357, $1,500. We got another Beretta for 295. We've got a Llama 45 ACP 465. We got the Baby Browning 950. Another Baby Browning 950. Another Llama for 525. We got a Colt Buntline 22 725. And we got H&R Model 732 and 32 Smith Wesson 259. Another Smith & Wesson 19-4 357 Mag 850. Smith & Wesson 625 and 45 ACP 1200. Got the Smith & Wesson 44 Mag, Model 329, 1450, Ruger LCR 38 Special 525. We've got the two Tauruses and 22 long rifle. One's 550 on the right, 575 in stainless on the left. And we've got a Winchester 67-73, Model 121, 22 short long rifle 300. Got a Winchester 1895. 30-06, is that what that says? I really like that receiver and sight system. That's pretty cool. Running 2295 on there. And we've got a Winchester Model 42, 410, 2200. We got a 1951 Winchester Model 61, 1050. Another Model 62A from 1951, around 1350. Got a Winchester Model 63, 22 long rifle with scope, around 1250 there. And we've got the Winchester Model 77, 22 long rifle, 465. Then a Winchester Model 69A, running 550 and 22 short long rifle. And then a Winchester Model 141 tube mag, 475. Winchester Model 190, 22 short long rifle, 350. 1967 Winchester, again 22, 495. All right, we've got the Ruger 17 MK2, running 900 on that one there. And then we've got a Marlin Model 60, 22 long rifle, 220, a Savage 29B, 22 short long rifle, running 285. Don't see a tag on this one. Got the Marlin 336 35 Remington, 895. Marlin 4570 with scope, 1395. Mossberg X7 and 308 with scope, 525. Then we got a Seiko in 270, 1150. Another Seiko in 243, 1325 there. And then we got a Tikka 308, the T3, running 1250. And then a Browning LT left hand 270, 1250. Tacticaled out NEF 410. We've got a NEF 410 250 with some polymer on it. I ain't seen one like that before. All right, got the Mossberg 590M 12 gauge. Let's see, running 550. That seems fair with the big mag too. I like that. We've got a Heritage Ranch hand in 357. Don't see a price on that one. We got a Rossi Rio Bravo running 350 on this one here. And we were looking at Remington 7400, 30-06. Again, don't see a price. And we got a Ruger Mini 30 and 7.62 by 39, 1,050 on it, but that's crossed out. Then we got us a DPMS AR-10 and 308, 625, 2 mags. It's another good option right there in my price range for sure. And what do we got here? 2,900 on this one. I can't really read more. Huh, carbon fiber though. What is that logo? VTAC 15. Somebody tell me. I don't know everything, that's for sure. A Molot VEPR 12 gauge, 1395. And we've got a Century Arms VZ 2008 Sporter, 1395. And then we've got a Century CA-3 76239 or a 925. That would be a lot of fun, that's for sure. We've got the Century Arms VSKA 675. We got an M-Bell F2SA. Let's see the price on that one right there. Cool looking gun though. Mossberg Shockwave 540. Ishmash Sega 308 1795. And a Ronnie G AK 47 1795. We got a Keltec P3AT 275 and 380. We've got a Smith & Wesson MP 380 325. A Browning 625. Keltec P32 32 auto. Says 325, but that's crossed out. 295. Got a Ravens Arm 160. $100 I'd buy it. We got 250 on this 410 Derringer. We've got an AMT backup 380. Don't see a price on that one. We've got the Browning 1911 and 380. We're on a 695. Walther in 380, we're at 475, RII 1911. Little baby boy, 450. I was just talking about this one too. Maybe get it for 4. Keep that in mind. Yes, okay. Smith & Wesson SD9VE 9mm 325, FN 503 9mm 475, Kimber Micro 9 9mm 595, and a Ruger Max 9 395. Got the Colt Gold Cup Light 9mm 1250, Ruger Max 9 9mm 350, Rock Island STK 100 9mm 395, Taurus GX2 350, SAR Slim A2 9mm says 350. And then we've got the Taurus 63C 9mm 325, Springfield Armory XD 9mm 475, Springfield Hellcat 9mm, no price. I got another Hellcat 9mm 575. I don't see anything on this Star Pistole. And we've got a AMT backup 45 ACP 495. And a EAA Witness 45 ACP, no price. Glock Mod 17 9mm 595. Gen 5 19 9mm 575. EAA Witness 45 ACP 600. RIA 1911 45 ACP 475. Citadel with the can 795. That's always such a cool one. I don't really want to invest that much in the 1911 though. Springfield 1911 595. RIA M9 1911 and 45 475, and we got a Tank Folio for 575 and 38 Super. All right, we got the Smith & Wesson MP in 556 550, Anderson Arms AM15 450. Got an Amp Armory APF 15 475, and the Omni by ATI 425, ATI AR Pistol 300 Blackout 475, Radical RF 15 556 450. Got the High Point and 45 ACP, wants 395 for that one right there. We got us a Chiappa 301 12 gauge 250. I don't see a price on that one. Then we've got us a Stevens Model 67 20 gauge, no price again. Then we got an Ishmael Sega AK and 223 1875, very cool. Then Ishmael Sega 76239, running 1750. And a Romanian Wasser 3 556 AK 850, and an Ishmael Sega 12 975. Romanian Wasser 556 1295, and then a Keltec KS7 12 gauge, running 475 on that one. And we've got an Ishmael Sega 12 again, 975, and a DC Industries NDS3 AK-47, 1075. All right, guys, we've got the Keltec 12 gauge, run 775, FN15, 795. I don't see anything. This is old Stevens. I don't see a price on it though. And we've got 900 on this Norinco SKS. Looks good, looks pretty. We've got this tag here under this AR. Got us a Smith & Wesson M15, 350. It makes me wonder what's wrong with it.
And we've got a Savage 64 22 long rifle, 275. Rossi 22 long rifle, 175. Springfield Armory Saint, 795. Got a Remington 597 with box, 22 long rifle, 250. Rock Island 12 gauge, 125 for a pump. Man, that'd be an easy one and to save a bunch of money for the next episode. We got a Smith & Wesson 30-06, 375. Norinco SKS 762 by 39. I don't see a price on that one. And we got us a little Cricket 22 in pink, running 175. Then the Romanian Wasser 762 by 39, 895. And then 224 Valkyrie AR-15, running 750. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. And we'll move down to the next tag. We got an ATI Blackout. ATI and 300 Blackout running 495 for that rifle, and then an ATI Alpha Max running 350 for that pistol. That's extremely affordable. And then we've got a Smith & Wesson 9mm rifle, 600, and a Mossberg Shockwave running 500 there. We got a Glock 43, 485, Glock 45, 595, Glock 17 9mm, 425, and we got a Glock 31 and 357. Price is missing. Another Glock 9mm. Can't see much more than that. We're on 475. And then we got a Gearson and 38 Super 1911, 525. And then a Great Lakes 9mm, 425. FN 57x28, 875. Glock 17 9mm, 445. Got the TSAS 1911 30. It's got the 38 Super Barrel and the 9mm barrel, 635. Got a TSAS 9mm 455, Smith & Wesson SD9 VE 250. Got the Canic Met. Don't see the price. Starts with a 4. That's a good start. Got us a High Point C9 135. Again, not too bad. Springfield X Delta 385, Hellcat 9mm 415. And we got a Taurus GX4 9mm 360, a Taurus G2C 255, and then the GSG 295 and 22, a Kimber Micro 9 470, and an AREX Delta X 9mm 445, and a Beretta APX 40 cal 475. We've got a Ruger 4570 running 1250. What kind of system is this? That is neat. I don't think I've seen one like that. You guys got to tell me about that. Got a Winchester 7mm Model 70, running 850 there. And then we got us an SKS 76239, running 635. Another SKS by Norinco, good condition, 685. We got a Marlin Model 336, 3030, 750. We got 2 barrels on this Mossberg 500, running 485 with the heat shield. Then we got 725 on this Remington 870 Wing Master. And then we got 735 on this, can't tell, shotgun there. And then we've got a 257 Roberts. I've heard of the round before. I don't see anything else on the gun to identify it. And we got a Winchester Model 75 and 22 with a scope, 650, 7mm mag. Let's see if I can see any markings on it. What's that by? I can look later in the video and see. Got 875 on that one. Model 1898 Craig, U.S. military. You guys have to look at that tag there, 1400. And we got a World War I Winchester Model 1917, 30-06, 875. And we've got a World War II Long Branch number 4 MK1, 30. You guys have to read that tag there, 775. And we've got a World War II 1943 Remington 03A3, 1150 on that one. And we got the World War II Nazi Germany K98. 2,085 for this one. Again, you have to read that tag. I actually just got yelled at for like the first time in years, man. This guy went off on me about taking pictures, and I apologized as much as I could, and then finally he kept going on. I'm like, bro, we don't have to make this bigger than it is, but like, why? And eventually we were able to part ways, but man, I have not been yelled at in a gun show in a long time. Mossberg 12 gauge, Ultra Mag, 5-round magazine, 500, Ruger 1022 carbine, 250. That seems super fair right there. Mossberg 500 Retro, 12 gauge, 530, FN Guardian 556, 870. We've got a Diamondback DB15, 527. And we've got a Black River Armory AR-15 pistol. Yep, 817 on that one right there. We got the Ruger 22 long rifle, 22 mag cylinder, 277. We got the Heritage 22. 177. We've got the TSAS running 500 for the 9mm PX9 Night Stalker, and then we got the TSAS PX57 Raptor, optic ready, 537, TSAS 9mm PX9, that's a cheap price, $337 right there. And then we've got the TSAS 9mm model PX9 again, $397. Canic SFX Pro, optic ready, threaded barrel, $587. Walther 9mm PDPF, $607. Smith & Wesson Model 41, 22, $1,800. And Kimber Micro R7 Mako 9mm, running at $550. Sales tax included. I like seeing that price always up front. And we got the FN Reflex XL, $597. And we're seeing this one again. I saw that last week and I really kind of fawned over it. $657 for the Taurus GX4 9mm with brace and all that fun stuff right there. You got the Browning 22 long rifle again. I wish they had an all black. I seen them last week and I really liked it. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it in all black. And we've seen that Rock Island over there. We got the Magnum Research 45 ACP, $950. Got a Remington Model 7219 and 300 H&H mag, running $700 right there. We got a Marlin and 22 short long rifle, Model 100, running $160. And then we got a 850 on this. It says DSE 9-23, but it's some type of muzzle loader right there, or cap fire. And we got a New England Firearms 410 single shot in that Parkerized, running $275. We got a Biathlon 22 cal made in Russia, 2 mags, $750, and the Winchester 94 30-30, running $850 there. Sorry, let me get out your guys' way. We've got the Taurus Slim PT 709 9mm 285, Remington 1911 R1 725, 1851 Navy 36 cal Pietta 275, Pietta 1858 Remington 44 cal 295. And we've got a Firestorm 45 Government 1911 550 right there. And we got a Type 2 High Standard running $500. Excuse me, Taurus 9mm PT 709 Slim. Looking at $375 on that one. We got a Ravens Arm running $215. And we got $550 on this. Looks to be a High Standard right there. And then we've got a Nomad 22 long rifle by Browning, $425. Then an RAS Star Super Modelo 9mm, $525. We got another Star 9mm Model BM 380 for $380. A Woodsman's Colt 22 long rifle, $1950. We got a Remington number 4 single shot, running $500 there. And then we've got a STC Colt Lightning 22 1900. That's a pretty neat gun right there. Very cool. And we got a single shot Flow Bart in 22 short, running $225. That's a really cool setup right there. Very unique, very cool. And we've got $450 on this Winchester Model 74 and 22 long rifle, running $450. And we got a Remington Model 12 and 22 cal, running $350. Got a Winchester 30-30, Model 94. On an $850. Can I come film? I got $1,000. All right. Well, as you guys see, that was another no. He has a big old island. And honestly, I'm starting to run out of time here. All right, guys, we've got a ROM 22 short. Love it. 130 on that one. That was in good shape, too. It's actually in really good shape right there. First year, 1959, nylon, Seneca Green, $1275. Got a 22 Remington 552 Speedmaster, running $390. 22 Remington 552 Speedmaster again, running $350. Again, in Remington 522 Viper, $285. 22 Marlin and Model 60, $345. 22 Marlin Model 60, $385. Marlin Glenfield Model 60, $325. And then another Glenfield Model 60, $235. Got that little squirrel emblem on them. Another Marlin Mod 60, $325. Another Marlin Mod 25, $275. Stevens Model 15, 22 short long rifle, $235. Savage Model 62 and 22, $225. And a 17 HMR Savage 93R. I have one of these, love it. Good little tack drivers, run $375. We got an FIE 410, running $275. And a 12 gauge Winchester Model 1400, running $450. And then the Mossberg Flyboy 500, running $525 there. We got a 16 gauge Browning, beautiful gun. We'll start that one back over. Oh man, very nice, running $1465. A Rossi 22 long and 20 gauge, 2 barrels, running $400. That's cool, I like that a lot. And we've got a muzzle loader here, 12 gauge black powder, made, US made, Pietto something, can't read it. Oh shoot. Look at this. Beretta commemorative tricentennial 1680-1980 muzzle loader. Over under. Hold up, I gotta make a phone call. Got the Thompson Center Renegade 54 cal, running 375. We got a CVA Kodiak Magnum 50 cal muzzle loader, 275. Got an Optima Magnum 50 cal muzzle loader, 225, and a Night Disc 50 cal, 245. Hunter Bolt CVA 50 cal, running 200 there, and then a Marlin 783 Remington Rangemaster barrel, 280. Cool. Remington Model 74 22 long rifle, 375 right there. We've got the double tap 9mm, running 465. Double tap and 45 ACP, 450. Bond arms in 380, 335. Smith & Wesson 637-2, 375 bucks. Bond arms Stinger in 380, 325. And another Bond 380, 310. A Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 38, 450. Walther WMP third barrel. I think that's what it says. I don't see a price on it. You got a Springfield XD Elite 9mm, 320. Seems fair. Charter Arms 38 Special, 500. Another Charter Arms 450. Charter Arms Boomer 44 Special. Not mag, 400. Too bad it's not mag. NAA 22 mag, 485. Got an Americana above that. Taurus PT 22, 270. Bond Arms Roughneck 325 and 357.38. Ooh, the Cyclops. 695, man, that'd be fun for the show. Garrissar Fort Myers, haven't heard of that brand before. 12 gauge, running 485. We got a Russian AK shotgun, auto. Don't see a price. Oh, 1550 on that one right there. Then we got a Winchester Model 74, 22 long rifle, running 775. Remington 22, running 750. I got a Taurus 38 Special, stainless, 4-inch, 525. Got a Ruger Mark II, 22 cal, running 525 right there. And we're looking at the TriStar over under 12 gauge Upland Hunter, 650. And we've got 575 on the Remington 870. That's a pretty good price right there. And it looks brand new. We got a Mossberg Ultra Mag, 3.5-inch, running 450. And a Winchester 1200 20 gauge, running 450. SKB 20 gauge pump, vent rib, 525. And a Model 11 Remington 12 gauge, solid rib, 650. I'm not much into muzzle loaders, but I am into Berettas. What are you asking for this? I gotta know, because I don't see a price.
We're asking 12.
12. I got $1,000, and that's all I got. $1,000 bucks?
You'll do it.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys, what another successful day at the Gun Show. We are 3 weeks into 2026. We are 3 guns deep already. We just picked up another Beretta for the Beretta collection. This one's a double barrel over-under muzzle loader made by Beretta. Took that risk. We picked this up for $1,000 today. I'm just excited to add something that doesn't exist very often to the Beretta collection. And guys, make sure to leave those comments. If I'm wrong and I bought the wrong gun, let me know. And of course, guys, if you've enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment. We got food earlier on this one. A little different, but I had the time early this morning. And so let's get headed to that car. We will check out the gun and we will get out of here. It's actually a fairly long walk back to the car, and I don't have a gun show planned for next week. I am trying tentatively, I say tentatively, on Friday next week to bring my entire gun collection up to my gym and lay it all out and let you guys take a gander at it. I've had that request so many times that I'd like to fulfill your guys' wishes. And if I can get that, if I can logistically get that done, it'll be done. If we don't do that, then we're gonna head out to the gun range. I gotta get marking trees to start knocking trees down. It's actually getting kind of late. We are back at the car. I'm not even gonna unsleeve her, guys. I just don't wanna take the time to do it and maybe nick it or something while we're here. Let's get to that Bible verse of the week. And today's Bible verse of the week is brought to you by my wife. Zephaniah 3:17. The Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exalt over you with loud singing. If you guys have enjoyed this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna put some sort of video out next week. Right now, no gun show planned, but I do have a gun show planned for the week after that. So I'll see you no matter what in 2 weeks, but hopefully in a week. Thanks, guys.